Let's see what our next requirement is. Okay. Requirement 2. Create a post endpoint accepting line item fields ID, quantity, and user ID. This endpoint must create an order header and add this line item to that order. It should also set the total field on the order header. It must return the order header ID of the order header created. Okay, so we do have our test here. Let's bring this test in and explain it. Now we're still working off Cypress, which we'll be doing the entire time, and we're missing one of these. This time we have the post. We have where we want to post, which will be order. It'll be base and then order. And then we have the item we want to post, which I think was given to us as well. Yep, right here. So there's our item. That's what we're going to send in our post request. So we'll need to handle this as we develop our API. Let's get to it. So in controllers, let's make a order controller. And I'll just borrow what we have here. Change this to order. Change this to order controller. And we're good to start. I'll leave this get here for now. And let's copy it actually. We'll make a post. HTTP post. Let's call it post order. And do a little more housekeeping here. We want to have API order. So order and order. And this will be of type order header. Okay, great. And we don't want to send back the product here. We really want to send back just the ID. So let's make a class for that in our models. You know what? Let's just put it in order header. It'll be a little quicker for us. Let's make another public class here. We'll call it, let's say, creation DTO. Even though it won't be a true DTO, we'll use it anyway. Public int ID. And just get set. We'll head to our order controller and change it to work with that one. Oop, not there, right here. We won't worry about the return yet. Let's see what they're sending us. Here we are. I'm just going to put this right over here and comment it out as well. So how do we model this? This isn't exactly a line item because it doesn't have everything a line item has. So let's make a model out of this. I'm going to grab it one more time. We'll go into models, line item. Below this one, let's do public class. We'll call it order line item DTO. And let's just type this out quickly. All right, we have our type now. Let's grab that, head back in here, and we'll say this, and then we'll call it line item. We have the product ID, the quantity, and the user ID. Let's check that the product is actually in the database. That's the first thing we should do. And we'll make it nullable. So it's possible it doesn't find it. Let's check for that. All right, now we make sure that the product exists, and if it doesn't exist, this is a bad request, and we send it back to them. But if we have the product, we should go ahead and make an order header. So the total will be the product price times the line item quantity. And the customer will be the user ID. I thought we set that to have a default. Let's just take a look real quick. It looks like we did set it to have a default. That means we don't need to have it required here. That should fix that. Okay, great. Okay, I'll keep this on the screen. Next, let's add this order header and save it. Now we created our order header. Let's create our line item. Let's add the line item now. And we'll return a created at action. Great, now we're returning the ID. Let's look at our test and see if we think we're going to satisfy it. It's going to send us the item. We're going to parse through that item, make an order header and an order item, an order line item. We're going to give it a created response of 201, and we should send it an ID. So I think we did everything we needed to do. Let's see if the test passes. And actually, hold on here a sec. This looks like it's inside of this one. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. That's my mistake. Pull that outside of the first test. And let's see what we got. And we didn't restart the server. Hold on one sec. Let's try one more time. Great. So they both work now. Expected the 201, it got the 201, and it does have an ID of 1. We were able to make our first order. Great, let's keep going. I really hope that you enjoyed this, and I'll catch you on the next video. As always, keep coding.